Hello everyone. Now we are moving on to how traits get expressed as characteristics. We have already learned that in a cell there are DNA which has information for making proteins. These proteins control the characteristics of a plant. For example, consider a plant with tallness as a characteristic. We know that plants have growth hormones which are responsible for the tallness of the plant. Let us assume that an enzyme is responsible for producing this hormone. If the enzyme is very efficient, more hormone will be produced and the plant will be tall. However, if the gene for producing that enzyme has an alteration which makes the enzyme less efficient, less hormones will be produced and the plant will become short. Now let us see how sex is determined in human beings. Sex determination can be of different ways in different organisms. It can be non-genetically determined or genetically determined. Non-genetical means genes are not responsible for the sex, whereas genetical means genes are responsible for determining the sex of the organism. For example, in turtles, alligators and crocodiles, it is the temperature at which the fertilized eggs are kept which determines the sex. Whereas in some other organisms like snails, the organism will be having both male and female reproductive organs and they can change the sex according to their need. So we can see that in both these cases, it is the environment that determines the sex and not the genes. Whereas in human beings, sex is determined genetically. Let us see how it is. We are already aware of that, but still we'll go through it once more. We know that in human cell there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, which means in total there are 46 chromosomes. These are the 23 pairs of chromosomes present in a human cell. The last set is known as the sex chromosome. Now, why is it called the sex chromosome? Because it is this pair that determines the sex of an individual. In female, the 23rd pair of chromosome is XX and in males, it is XY. You can see that both male and female are having X chromosome in it. In females, there are two X chromosomes which are alike and thus they are called the perfect pair. Whereas in male, you can see there is an X chromosome and a Y chromosome, which is not present in female. This Y chromosome is shorter than the X chromosome and thus they are not alike and we call them a mismatched pair. The sex of the child is determined during the fusion of gametes or the fertilization. During gamete formation, only one of the chromosome enters into the gamete. From female, it will be X, and in the male gametes, one X chromosome and the Y chromosome will be entering. If the egg fuses with a sperm that carries X chromosome, then a female is formed. If the female gamete fuses with a sperm containing Y, then it will be a male. So in the case of human beings, it is the genes that determines the sex of the child.